live and living color. Let me pull up another tab here with with the comments, and I'll mute
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, let's mute it. Come on. Did you hear that?
What's that? Nuh-uh.
Were you able to hear it? Oh, there we go.
You
Yeah,
got
let's mute it.
it.
There we go. Okay, got it muted. Got it muted. Got it muted. All right. So Jeff, let me pull up this too. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's a little early. I hope that everyone is enjoying their Sunday evening. I'm here with my man Jeffrey, with Flipping Profit, right, Jeff?
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't
So
get it. There's a flipping profits out
I
there.
know I saw that. So it's like we got to make sure we get it right. So I appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate everybody in the chat. Good to see everybody. And if anybody has any questions during this interview, please make sure to put in the chat, and we will answer it best to our abilities. So, Jeff, give us a quick little introduction.
Little
Uh,
introduction.
yeah, a little introduction with. Thank you for joining interview with a flipper. As we know that Jeff is a eBay flipper amongst other things. So if you can give us a little bit more of an introduction on yourself to the people that may not know you on my channel, that would be fantastic, my friend.
Well, first off, thank you for having me, Ray. This is a cool opportunity to be interviewed on your channel, so I appreciate it. You've shown tons of support ever since I started the channel, so I appreciate it, man. And yeah, just another eBay reseller. Been selling since January of 2017, so almost 3 years now coming up. And yeah, started as like a part-time thing, just as a hobby. And I say started as that, but it only lasted like that for like a month, and then I was just like deep into it. Really wanted to know everything I could. Wanted to find everything that I could make profit on and try to flip it. And yeah, just been snowballing since then, trying to make this thing a full-time income. But it's a struggle.
It's a struggle for sure, amongst other
Yeah.
things in our life. But Jeff, thank you for doing that and give us a little bit of your origin story. So I wanted to get into some questions to get to know the man, the myth, the legend behind profits, my man Jeff. So you said you got into eBay reselling 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, just about
3 years ago.
January 2017. So.
Okay, January 2017. Now, what made you want to get into reselling stuff on eBay? Like, how did you hear from
Um,
it? Like, what was it like? You found something, you're like, man, I can make money off of this, and like you always knew, like in your head, that's like eBay was a thing, and then you can go on there and make more money, or like, how'd you get in? How'd you get into it? Or was it eBay at all? Maybe you're just like flipping stuff, you know, on the side of the road or at the flea
flipping
market.
candy in high school or something.
Exactly, exactly. You know?
Nah, yeah, I did know about eBay from racing motocross because my dad used to always buy and sell parts, trying to get parts for cheap to fix up the bikes and stuff. So I knew how eBay worked, and I had actually sold a few things on it myself. But it wasn't until I saw a Rally Roots video where I saw the concept of it being like a full-time job, or like not a part-time job, just making some serious income. They're making good money, but even at the time when I discovered them, they were making a good show in ways you can make a couple grand a month. And so that weekend I went out to some yard sales to test it myself and bought some stuff that, of course wasn't worth anything, wasted my money on. But I did find a it's like a Hot Wheels car battery, the little kids car
Yeah,
toys they drive around in, the
yeah.
electric powered
Like
ones.
Power Wheel.
Right, Power Wheels, that's
Pow,
it.
pow, Power Wheel.
But I paid $1 for this battery and went and listed it, and it sold within like 3 days for $40. So I knew right then, I was like, this is legit. So I went and you know expanded my knowledge on the things that I have given to me for my sourcing opportunities. Because there's lots of stuff being taught out there, but you might not find those items. So slowly realized what items I can get from my thrift stores and stuff, and started building up a an eBay store, and yeah, just been going from there.
Awesome. So you said you started with because your dad had you said it was ATVs or
Yeah, ATV motocross, right.
ATV motocross. So you were familiar with that whole part scene.
I knew, yeah, and I knew how eBay worked. So I mean, it wasn't once I realized how to source, that's really the only thing I didn't understand was where you get the stuff to sell. And so once I figured that out, I already knew how to list stuff and how to make listings and take pictures and all that. So
Yeah. Now, was that one of the first things that you sold were like old parts and stuff that you found from motocross?
right, or like gear that I outgrew and stuff like that. So
How long? I know that is that would that be considered one of your hobbies? Is doing motocross and other
yeah, for sure.
extreme sports?
Yeah, that's my main passion for sure. Motocross is
Oh,
like
for
all I'm
sure.
thinking about. Yeah.
How'd you get into that?
My dad, same thing. he
No.
uh he was like a hippie back in the day, riding wheelies all the time everywhere. And there'd always be these pictures of him with a big long beard and hair riding wheelies on dirt bikes. And one time he took me to a track or something, and I never shut up about it. I was like, you got to get me a dirt bike. And eventually he did. And somehow I got into, saw four wheelers at the track and realized like that's a thing, that there's racing quads too, and just fell in love with it. And instead of pursuing dirt bike racing, we did get a four wheeler, and I started racing four wheelers. But I love both of them just as much.
That's awesome. Have you ever had any like really bad accidents in either a four wheeler or a dirt bike?
Yeah, I got some. I mean, I got a few little scars, little nicks and stuff to show for it. But yeah, the worst one was when I was younger. I like went over a 40-foot double, and it just nosedived right from the start, and I like hit the front end, and the bike cartwheeled over and over. And luckily, I've never broken anything. Knock on wood, riding motocross, but
Good.
had plenty of sprains and bruises and knocked up stuff. So
You must have been drinking that vitamin D
right.
milk growing up. Get them strong calcium bones.
Them thick
So let me
bones.
and thick bones and thickum bones.
Uh,
Now let me get to the chat a little bit. We got a couple people that wanted to say hey. We have Eat Sleep Amazoner girl Tiffany. She says hey guys, and then Adam says Tiffany got that paper done. I'm not too sure what that means, but he got it done. And he says hello man, have a great show. I don't know Adam if you're still here or if you're just stopping by and said hey. I appreciate your support and we thank you for stopping by and at least hitting the like button, my friend.
right.
And then Ordy, I hope that I'm pronouncing that name right. Ordy says howdy. Good to see you, Ordy. He says hi to Jeffrey. Do you know Ordy?
I do not know Ordy. It's an awesome name.
I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, give us the what do you call it? Like how do you pronounce things? Like you see like in the dictionary and stuff. What do you call it? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like where they break down the word
Yeah, I know
pronunciation
what
of the
you're
word.
talking about. I don't know what they call that.
Yeah. And our boy Chris from Thrift BCQ, he says subscribe to Flippin Profits. Yes, sir. Please
Appreciate that,
subscribe.
Chris.
Subscribe if you guys have not. And he also is dropping our link down below for Dustin and I's channel, the Nashville Flippers. So, excuse me. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. We would love that. And Adam, we love that commercial. And Adam, he says he's still here. I appreciate that. Ordy says, thank you, Ordy. We pronounced it right. We got it. So another thing, Chris is actually interviewing Josh from Lot of Josh later at 7 o'clock. So once you guys are finished with our live stream, just jump onto Chris's channel and check out another awesome interview. So he's one of the boys. He's one of the boys. He's one of the what would you call it? I'm going to call it the FWO, the Flipping World Order. What do you think about that?
World Order, FWO, yeah.
FWO.
Flip Nation.
Flip Nation. Adam says hooked on phonics. Funny story is that Dustin actually found a complete set of Hooked on Phonics at a yard sale maybe like a month ago, and I think he paid like $10 for the whole set. It was probably like they're not books; they're like CDs or tapes or something.
Take
Yeah,
it.
and he got it for $10, and I think he sold it for over $100.
Wow.
Yeah, in like this
About
huge
profit.
box. Yeah, so Dustin is like the yard sale king.
Huh.
He found, we uploaded a new video yesterday, and in that video he found a Bose like Bluetooth speaker, and he only paid $3 for it, and he's already sold it for $168. I know.
That's some good finds.
So that
It's crazy.
what sold in the month of September, we're gonna be filming that I think tomorrow, and that'll go out on Saturday. So I love doing those yard sale videos. I had issues with it this week because it was so long, and I didn't know that I didn't know anybody would really watch the video all the way through. It's 35 minutes long.
Nah,
Yeah.
put it up.
But it was
man.
yeah, but it was some good content. And then it's been our quickest like our quickest viewed video and our longest retention rate video.
Right.
So
yeah, you think you might be boring people, but then you find out nope, they were waiting for a longer video.
Exactly, it's so weird. So I'm glad we're trying that.
Yeah, it's crazy to me since I started streaming. The audience retention on some of the streams is crazy. Like 25 minutes. It's like, dang.
People like hearing us talk.
The average, because I know there's plenty of, you got your hardcore, die-hard reselling community that stays in there, full stream, and that counts for a lot of it. But to have that as an average so high, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Third base says FWO for
life.
For life. Yeah. Adam says, I think you meant to say Bose, but Bose is great and pricey. I was looking at them at Sam's Club today. We saw Dustin actually looked it up, and I think brand new that Bose speaker was $400. So someone got a really good deal on now. So let's get back into some questions, Jeff.
All
How
right.
about it? Let's see here where I'm at. So do you only sell on eBay, or do you like to sell on Facebook, Let Go, Macari? I recently heard one called what is it? Something Pop. You heard of that?
Mm-mm.
No. Depop? Depop?
Yeah. Okay, I have heard of that. Depop. Yeah.
Depop. I have no idea what that is.
Me neither.
But I heard Radley Roots was talking about the other day. And I'm like, man, I gotta do my research on that.
Stay up on that.
Gotta stay up.
Ryan knows about it.
Yeah, life of a reseller.
Right.
Put it down in the comments below, guys. If you guys let us know about Depop if you guys have any experience on that. But Jeff, let us know if eBay is your only platform that you like to sell on, or if you like to sell on other platforms.
So far just eBay and Facebook Marketplace is all I've messed with, really. I wanted to branch out. I do want to branch out on Amazon eventually. I just hadn't taken that step yet. Just trying to focus and perfect eBay, before I do something else or take on something like that,
Yeah.
At least I said that, and then I've started this YouTube thing, so that's not helping. But you know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. I know that. Man, we like to we want to get started on eBay, but it's like, I don't know, dude. It just feels like super intimidating.
eBay or Amazon?
Oh, Amazon. Excuse me. We want to get started on Amazon, but it just feels like super intimidating. I had Tiffany on. We had Tiffany. We interviewed Tiffany from Eat Sleep Amazon. She's like almost like an expert. Yeah, she's almost like an expert, and she was, we were asking her all these questions, and it's just like everything just sounds like super confusing, and just like it's a lot
different than eBay. Basically.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like you really gotta like go into it thinking about it like a business and not a hobby, like right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Right. And they kind of, the way that they kind of have that paywall where, eBay will give you some free listings up front, but them, you got to pay that, what is it, like $45 or something up front to even start off, and then pay that every month. Something like that, isn't it? Their subscription fee.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know all about it, but
so you better know what you're doing and get some sales going as soon as you open the door.
For sure. But have you ever had any like nightmarish experiences selling on Facebook?
Not yet.
I know Chris in the chat. He does like door drop offs or whatever, to where he puts the product out. out on his porch or in his mailbox, and they just like drop the money off.
Huh. That's
Which is crazy. To me, it
crazy.
sounds crazy.
That does. It's
Chris
insane.
is a brave
Who
man.
drops it off first?
No, well, they come to his house, I think, right?
So he
Chris,
leaves it at the door?
yeah, so Chris, let us know if that's what you do. It's like I think he said he dropped it off at his house,
Canada,
like in
man.
the porch. Yeah, right. They're so nice
I
up
thought
there.
they were nice.
Like here in Nashville and in Louisiana, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure. Yeah,
God.
let's check in. I know that. I was gonna ask. There's a guy on Facebook right now in the Nashville area that's selling his NCAA 2014 for the Xbox 360, which is like the hard one to find. He wants $30 for it, and I know that I could probably get $70 for it on eBay, but it's
Yeah.
missing the instruction booklet. So I wanted to know what your opinion is on that. You know, and I've seen disc only sell for like $60.
I was just finna say I would look to see if there's some listings without the manual and see how much they get for theirs. But yeah, even if you get, I mean, something that light, even if it was like $50, I'd still go do it because you're going to be paying first class shipping.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
In that case, I would charge shipping on that, because people
Right.
just want the. It's a hot commodity product, and I think it's only going to go up in value unless they happen to release another game,
Right.
and the stock goes down, Well, let's check in on the chat here. We have our boy Glenn from Swamp Picker.
Swamp
Good to see you,
Picker.
Glenn. Glenn is actually he actually lives in Louisiana too.
Oh, no kidding?
Jeff. Yeah. So, what part of Louisiana do you stay in, Glenn? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, because I'm in Monroe, Louisiana. It's in the northeast region.
Yeah, Glenn actually came up for the Nashville reseller meetup not too long ago. Yeah, so I got to meet a lot of really cool people, like the Bearded Picker and like the Tennessee Picker, and a couple other things, a couple other people. So Adam says, yeah, $40 a month.
Right.
He says, mistakes, no sorry.
Which isn't really that bad.
Like if but you have to make sure that you count that into your business costs and your overhead. And
it's not bad until it's like the third time you haven't been able to cover it.
Yeah, for sure. Right. It says Facebook just no shows. Oh yeah, I hate that. I guess that's like porch pickups is so possible or better because it's like I don't care if they show up or not. The things
right.
out there.
I always put two like pickup only, and they're all every time they ask, can we meet somewhere? And I'm like, no, come to my area.
Yeah, for sure. Adam says, not here. I had my eBay supplies boxes stolen this week. Who steals box of boxes?
Box of boxes.
That's funny.
Yeah, another reseller's living around you somewhere or something.
Yeah. And then it's like, I know that USPS, all those boxes are free. So it's,
Yeah.
But he said eBay supplies, so it probably came from
eBay.
Yeah, but Glenn says he lives in Baton Rouge. That's right.
Yeah, that's down there with Lonnie.
Yeah.
Garage flips. I wonder if he knows Justin, the Forever Self-Employed channel. That's what I was telling you about earlier, who gave me a shout out on that pressure washing video.
Oh, let us know, Glenn, if you know Justin from Forever Self-Employed. That's his channel name?
Yeah, Forever Self-Employed. Every time I see somebody on YouTube that's from Louisiana, I swear they're all down in Baton Rouge. It's the capital.
Yeah, for sure. I've never been down in Louisiana. I kind of want to go. I want to go. I want to do the whole New Orleans.
You gotta go to Duck Dynasty and see that.
Is that like a thing?
Yeah, they got a little tour shop. They turned the thing into a tourist thing. It's literally like 3 turns away from my house, right up the road up here.
Really?
Yeah. And Mountain Man, old slow talking Mountain Man. You remember him?
Yeah.
No? Oh, well. Anybody that does, he's actually he lives 2 houses down too. He's my neighbor.
Oh, cool. So who is Mountain Man? What does he do?
He's one of the characters on the Duck Dynasty show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which one was him? One of the workers?
Talking dude. He was supposedly their neighbor, but I don't.
Oh, it's just like part of the show.
Yeah, it's just part of the show as their neighbor, but he always talked real slow.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
He really does talk like that. He was on he had like a radio show. I don't know if he's still got it or not around here, but yeah, I don't know who really listening to that on the radio, but
Yeah, for sure. No, but Swampbaker says, yeah, Baton Rouge and Tandy. I hope I'm saying that right. Tandy Thomas says hello. Good to see you,
yeah,
Tandy.
that's my mom. Hey, mom.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mama Thomas out here in the giving us good advice over here.
right.
Now we can ask your mother very embarrassing questions of each other.
Oh God, she'll give them to you.
Yeah. Ford Hustler says hello, and Chris says smash that like button, and
Smash.
Paulo says I'm at work. How's it going, Jeffrey and Dustin? You too, right? So Dustin is probably in the chat. He's it's Sunday, so it's one of those things where he's all about the fantasy football, man. He's all about it. So it's like
thought Paulo was throwing shade.
no, he likes it's kind of like a little inside joke.
Yeah,
him and I have, So Adam says, I want to know when Glenn gets his he shed like Lonnie. Glenn, are you going to get a shed? Let us know. Yeah. Do you have room? You have room in your place to get a shed there, Jeff? Do you have a lot of inventory?
Yeah, I wish I had a shed, but no, I don't. I got I live on a house that's like on stilts or whatever because we're right next to a lake. So I have a downstairs that I use, but it gets scary when the water starts coming up.
Really? So that's a big issue there, right?
Yeah, I've had to.
Is it still below sea level there? Like
No, it's not. It's something to do with the river that we have, the Washita River. If it rises, this lake that's over here, it's gonna rise with it because it doesn't have anywhere to drain out at. And yeah, I've had some problems before, but no big deal.
That's scary. Yeah. So we got a lot of lovers of candy here.
Mama
Flippin is popular right now. Let's give a thumbs up to Mama Flippin Profits in the if you guys have it, you hit the thumbs up button. That. Yeah, for sure. So glad to see you, Tandy. But let's get back to the questions here. Now you were talking about reselling and whatnot, and finding time to do that, and then you decided to start a YouTube channel, my friend. Right. How long have you been uploading videos on YouTube, and what made you even want to do it?
To answer that question, honestly, I used to have a motocross channel where I would make videos and upload stuff on a different channel, but I started my eBay YouTube channel back in February this year. So yeah, that's how that came about. I already knew, kind of like eBay, I already knew how YouTube worked. I knew how to edit videos, and I love making videos and stuff. I always have since I was a kid. So I was like, hey, all these other people are making reselling channels. Why don't I try it out? I'm sure I've been wanting to have some reason to mess with the YouTube algorithm and stuff, just because I find it fun trying to get, I was about to say trying to get more views and more likes, but I don't want to sound like an Instagram model or something, because that's not, it's more of just messing with the algorithm. It's fun to me, trying to create fun content that people want to see. I enjoy that challenge, so that's how that got started.
Awesome. Now so from you starting your motocross channel, what made you want to start your eBay channel or your flipping channel?
Because from back when I used to do motocross videos, at one point I put it down. I stopped messing with at one point I thought I was gonna like make wedding videos and music videos and stuff, and I did for a little bit, but I realized that's really not what I was passionate about. I just liked editing video, home videos, whatever I felt like making. And so for a while I put it down because I was getting so many offers from friends and stuff wanting me to do their weddings, and like I said, I realized that's not really what I wanted. And eventually, when I was doing eBay, like I said, it was just kind of, I saw everyone else do it, and I kept just I realized I'd be sitting there in my head thinking of a video, like thinking of what would be a cool video. And I'm like, why don't I put this creativity and make it reality and start doing it? And so I did, and Yeah, rest is history.
That's awesome. Now, what are you said you were talking about the YouTube algorithm, and I know that you've gotten some crazy hits on some of your videos on your channel, like the how to start a pressure washing business, the what is it, the TV one
Right.
that you
Yeah.
got
That.
a lot of. So it looks like you're almost an expert at figuring out this con, complex ingredients on how to manipulate the YouTube algorithm.
Huh. Well, I
So
appreciate
can
that.
you give us some tips on that?
Yeah. Hey, I'm still trying to
Yeah, let
figure
us
out
know,
some
man,
things,
because I'm trying to figure it
trying
out
to
myself.
refine the ingredients. Mostly, yeah, I learned how to look up the keywords and keyword phrases. I watched tons of YouTube videos on, making catchy thumbnail or just what works and what doesn't work when it comes to trying to get more views and stuff like that. And more importantly, it's not about trying to, it's trying to get your content in front of the right person is what I realize is the biggest, you know, if YouTube shows your stuff to tons of people, but they're not interested in what you're showing them, then they're not going to watch your video. So you're not really going to get a view. So those keywords and key phrases are very important to make sure they're pushing your video to the right people. And so yeah, I just did my research on that, figured out which ones work the best, and just been copy and paste after that.
Can you give us some examples?
um, like which for keyword phrases I use,
Yeah, like
like the
what did you see that? Excuse me, like what keywords and phrases? Now, is that like the keywords that you put into when you're uploading a video, or is it like when you're
I'm talking
like the
about
titles of
tags. Yeah, mostly
tags?
tags.
Okay.
So I realized if you like how to sell on eBay is the most searched keyword phrase with the word eBay in it. So then you start with that one, and then there's tons of variations after that. How to sell on eBay for beginners, how to sell on eBay step by step, how to sell on eBay for beginners step by step. So I just kept on figuring out every little variation. And at the end, all those, how to sell on eBay step by step, it points back to how to sell on eBay. It just, and somehow the algorithm picks up that anyone who starts searching how to sell or how to sell on eBay or something like that, hopefully YouTube's going to put my video in front of their face.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for those tips. I know that stuff can be so confusing,
right.
especially when people don't know what YouTube tags are and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Let's get back to the chat. I know there's been some activity here. So Swamp Picker said I use my work in my second bedroom for his inventory.
Mm.
Our girl Candy, Mom Prophet says, she's giving up the thumbs up.
She's all
And
about the emojis. I've been getting
yeah,
emojis.
man, I love some
Moms
emojis.
love emojis.
Yeah, dads love emojis too. Swamp Picker said I work at a KTM shop. Do you know where
Awesome.
that is?
No, I'm not.
Oh, is
I'm
that
not sure.
that's like a motocross
Motocross
shop?
shop. Yeah,
Oh,
KTM
okay,
is
cool.
a motocross brand.
Is that big down there in Louisiana? Or maybe I'm just not like living that lifestyle, so I don't know
Yeah, it's
much about it.
big. I'm sure there's some motocross fans wherever
Yeah,
you're at.
everywhere.
Yeah,
So
definitely
that
in Nashville. I know there are.
oh,
There's a the big amateur race is in Nashville. Wait,
really?
what? Yeah,
Okay.
Nashville, Tennessee. Loretta Lynn's
Yeah,
ranch.
okay.
There's
Yeah, I know where that is.
a motocross track there. They hold a big amateur race every year, and yeah, it's like the biggest showcase for amateur riders to try to get that professional sign up, professional deal.
Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. So Adam says, be careful. I think Stephen Rakin from Rakin Profit said copyrighted Mama Profit, LOL.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to have to call Tandy something else.
Oh,
So
that's right. Yeah, he calls his mom Mama
Mama
Profit.
Profit. So
Mama
Brianna Dean says, hey, y'all. Good to see you, Brianna. I'm glad you stopped by and said hello.
That's
Tandy
my
said,
girl.
oh, is that your
Appreciate it.
girlfriend? Oh,
Yeah,
Brianna,
my
good to
girlfriend and
meet you.
my
I appreciate you stopping by. Tandy says, my kids call me Ma. So what about Ma
mom
Profit? I like
profit.
it. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I like it.
Or flipping ma.
Oh, that's funny. Since I used to help one of the Troy Lee Riders flipping. Do you know who that
Awesome.
is?
Yeah, Troy Lee Designs is a there's a They make motocross gear and stuff, and they have their own motocross team.
Oh, that's cool.
So I believe it's one of the privateer teams too.
Okay.
It's a big team. That's awesome though.
Yeah, that's cool. Ma Prophet says he gets his smarts from me. LOL. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not lying.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So back to I got a little segment on the show that I like to call "Explain That Graham." Jeff,
Oh no.
so we take a deep dive into our Instagram.
That's right.
So into your Instagram, and we're gonna pull up a picture, and we're gonna see if you can explain it a little more. Okay.
All right. I hope you picked out really.
I think I picked out a good one. So,
right.
More Profit, if you can maybe help us explain it, since you're the proud mother of this wonderful baby boy that you have here. So we're gonna share this screen here. See if I do this right, because I always tend to mess up.
I love when it mirrors out.
So there goes the mirror.
Oh, we're good. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Tell us about this.
I was just about to mention, this is definitely my Instagram that was just my personal Instagram before I started the channel. So there's some old personal photos in there. But yeah, just a fun time with the laughing gas at the dentist back in the day.
Are you getting high on the dentist supply there?
I was definitely feeling something. I wasn't feeling no toothache. I know that.
Those eyes are looking a little
just
suspect.
A little. It was bright in there, They got that light right in your face.
Yeah, for sure. So were you getting like a root canal or?
I think they were pulling my tooth. I had a bad tooth, and causing me some problems. I said, get it out of there.
all the now laters.
Yeah, all these Bang energy drinks. That's what it is.
Oh, man, I had one of those Rain, which I think is like a Bang energy drink.
Or no, that's the Monster.
Is it like the Monster version?
It's like I feel like that's Monster's Bang drink. Yeah.
Okay, so Monster makes it?
Yeah, Monster makes the Rain. Okay,
so I had one of those at work, I want to say like a couple months ago, right? And it was delicious.
Still feeling it?
Dude, I was driving home, and I thought I was gonna rip the steering wheel off my truck. Like my hands were so sweaty. I was white knuckling it, and I was sweating. My armpits were like itching, and I'm like, man, I can't do this anymore.
I don't know what they're putting in those Rains, but the Bangs are okay.
Really? Okay.
I have no idea.
I was struggling, dude. I was like, I'm gonna have to work out or something next time I drink one of these.
Yeah, you definitely got to get that adrenaline out.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Swampaker says I've been to the LLMX about 12 times.
He's talking about the Loretta Lynn's amateur racetrack.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man. I've actually never been. That's one of my bucket list things to go watch some of the amateur races. And I know he's gonna know. I definitely want to go in the time of Danger Boy. I'm a huge fan of Danger Boy Deegan. I don't know if he is, but there's a freestyle motocross rider, Brian Deegan, who's like a huge name, and his son is now racing, and they have a YouTube channel, and it's fun watching his son grow up and freaking killing them. He's fast.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, talking about moto lingo, my bad.
Yeah, I like it. What is it?
Danger Boy. Yeah, Danger Boy Deegan is the.
That's a cool name. It sounds like a wrestler name, right? And coming in at 230 pounds, Danger Boy Deegan.
Yeah.
And Adam says NTMU, Ma Profit. What is NTMU?
Nothing much, maybe? I don't know.
Nothing much. I don't know. Nothing much. You, Mom?
Not too much. You? Yeah.
Okay. That sounds right. Jack Morgan says, that's my boy.
That's my dad. We got the whole fam in the stream.
I like it. I like the support. I like the support. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hey, little brother.
That's my sister.
Oh, my God. I love it. I love the support. We got the whole Flippin Profit family in here. I love it. I appreciate you guys stopping by and just saying what's up. I appreciate you. So
they're about to spam your chat now.
I love it. Spam away. I appreciate you guys being here. Now, Jeff, since you've been reselling for 3 years, doing your YouTube channel for almost a year. And what has been your biggest flip that you've ever resold?
Uh, the one that comes to mind, I don't know. I'd have to think about it to remember if it's my biggest flip. But the one that comes to mind is some hearing aids that I found at a yard sale. I paid $30 for them and then sold them for $225, I think, something like that.
Whoa. How much did you pay for them?
30. And
You
it was
sold
like
for
a
two.
it was first class shipping too, so it's cheap to ship. I always do my shipping free shipping, just so, and like that's what I
Okay.
always talk about,
Yeah.
shipping costs.
I know
But
that I think the eBay algorithm will push up the free ship anything that's free shipping
right,
because they're making more money off of it.
and sometimes people filter their search by free shipping as well. Right.
Yeah. I try to do is free shipping as much as possible, especially on an item. Like we like to go to that $5 store, so we find great items all the time. And I mean, if you can do free shipping, why not? And it's going to sell quicker. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah. So what? So did you ever see the movie Quiet Place?
No,
No. You need to watch
no.
it. You
I
know,
think
you know, you know what I'm talking about, though.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where like
Yeah.
nobody speaks or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like like they don't tell you what's happening, and then there's like these alien monsters that like can't see but they can hear, But
Yeah,
there's a girl there, and she's actually like I think she's like an actress, and she's actually like deaf, and she wears like a hearing aid, and like
yeah.
I don't want to spoil the movie because like the hearing aid like comes
Maybe I sold them to her.
maybe you did. So yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, if you have a chance to watch that movie, watch it. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool. It's pretty cool.
I'd
So
like to. It'd be nice to see where some of the stuff you buy and sell goes.
yeah,
So
it's like a thriller. Um,
yeah, I'll check that out.
Swamp Picker says, or Thrift Beast says, don't forget to sub to Jeff at Flippin Profit. So
Appreciate that, Chris.
Jeff's Familia. If you haven't already subbed to your kinfolk's channel, please do so. I'm sure you're already subscribed. His daughter's going to start driving cars.
He's saying his daughter's going to be the star driving cars. That guy that I was talking about earlier, Danger Boy.
Danger
He's got a sister who races in NASCAR too, and she
man,
is blowing up right now. She's becoming a huge star. I don't think she's in the big leagues NASCAR yet. She's in like basically like the minor leagues of NASCAR. She's like
I know
right
they used to
there
call
under
the Bush. What is it? The Win. They always change the sponsors, but I know what you're talking about.
right. Because I think I forget who's the sponsor this year, but right, she's like right there. She's on, she's driving the same kind of cars and stuff. She's just not in the
The big boys,
like not with like the Dale Juniors and stuff like that.
for sure. That's
But
cool.
she's almost there.
So Jennifer says hello. Good to see you, Jennifer. Glad you stopped by. She always like to stop
Always
by.
showing her support.
Always showing love. We love Jennifer. We love us some Jennifer. Always showing love. Third Beast says sub to the Nashville Flippers. So hey, Jeff's kinfolk, if you guys like what we're doing here on the channel, give us a sub, give us a like. We would really appreciate it.
It's free.
It's free, like the sign says, right? So our boy Brian just had a birthday not too long ago. So everybody, let's wish Brian a happy birthday in the chat. He says, "What's up, Ray?" Brian, you guys, anybody in the chat that Brian actually does like vinyls and stickers and stuff. He has a YouTube channel called Sereno Designs, and he actually made us. This is breaking news, guys. Some Nashville Flippers stickers. So that's our little logo there.
Sweet.
So stickers, really great price. So if you guys love these stickers or stickers like this, or you just want some vinyls or something for your channel or personal use, give them a holler. I know we're probably going to be giving some of these out pretty soon, and
show your support.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. They're great
Yeah.
I already put one on my iPhone here, so
awesome.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, for sure. Soul Picker says KN. Not too sure.
KNN is the company that's running the NASCAR company or
Oh,
NASCAR races.
and then BRB dinner calling. Yeah, man, go get you some dinner for sure. Or just leave it on so we get the watch time there, Glenn. Right.
Yeah.
Sir Emphasize says, thank you very much. No problem, man. The stickers look absolutely phenomenal. I appreciate you doing that for us, and we absolutely love it. So we talked about your biggest flip, right?
Right.
Which was those
Hearing
hearing
aids.
aids. What is your biggest bust, my friend? I love answering that or asking that question because I feel like we learn the most from that question. You know,
Yeah. I'm not sure. I have to think about that.
like something that you thought you were going to make money or you did make some money, but then
Right. It was
you
definitely one of the things that I probably had free shipping on, and then the
yeah.
shipping came out way too much. Yeah. I think back before I figured out like FedEx and what the cheapest shipping option is, I probably spent like $30 extra, like
Oof.
to have to pay for something. Instead of making any money, I was paid for whatever the item was, probably paid $5-10 for it, and then had to pay for shipping, and then lost. I don't know, not sure which one, how much money I would
Yeah,
have lost, but had to do that so many times.
I think
Or
that
I
gets
mean, in the
all of us.
beginning, definitely
In the
did that.
beginning, that gets all, especially like we live at, like, of course, we're in Tennessee. So it's like anytime it's like we have to ship to like California or like Puerto Rico, like I try
Yeah,
not to do too much stuff like
yeah,
international.
something like that. Or it changes things up, and you weren't expecting it, and ends up being way more than what you thought.
Yeah. Have you ever had to ship to like a military base overseas? Because it's still technically like the United States,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I've had to do that a couple times.
No kidding.
Like I
Huh.
have these kind of like these Skype headphones.
Yeah.
It's like a headset. It's got like a thing to where like a mother had bought it for their son, like that was like in Afghanistan or
Huh.
something.
And
It
shipped
was
it straight
shipped
to him.
to him, but it was still like the U.S. whatever it
No kidding.
was.
Didn't go
So
through
yeah,
global. They just threw it in with the military stuff, huh?
yeah, it was
Easy.
crazy. So
Huh.
yeah, so Marie says K&N is one of the lower tiers in NASCAR. So yeah,
Right.
K&N. Okay, what is K&N?
K&N, they make air filters and stuff.
Air filters. Okay,
Right.
man,
Air
you can
filters.
tell I don't know a lot about
Yeah. It's all good.
motors and stuff, which I want to,
I
but
wouldn't
it's
know
like,
if it doesn't have to do with the dirt bike or racing four wheeler. I wouldn't know.
yeah. All right, so I have a new segment on the show here. I know
Uh-oh.
we talked about it earlier before we got on, but I wanted to start a new segment on the show called Debate Club. So I kind of stole it from one of my favorite YouTube shows, which is The King of the State with Theo Vaughn and Brendan Schaub, which are two comedians that just kind of go back and forth and just kind of rat on each other. And it's hilarious. If you guys ever
Yeah,
check that out, it's
definitely.
absolutely
It's
awesome.
one of my favorites too.
Yeah, so I took a couple of debate club, which I'm going to give two choices. So you guys in the chat, you guys can also participate. It's a really good way to participate. So I'm going to give two choices, and you basically answer which one you like the best. So Jeff, I got two choices for you. You
All
ready
right.
for this? Now, were you a growing up little Jeff with a little stubble on his face and a little bit of a mustache? He's got his chocolate milk sitting in front of the TV. Was he playing the Super Nintendo or was he playing the Sega Genesis? Were you a Mario collecting them coins or were you the Sonic the Hedgehog collecting them rings?
Mm,
Which one of those game systems did you prefer growing up as a kid? Now, if anybody in the chat wants to answer that, that would be great. So we kind of can get all together and see which one everyone's prefers.
yeah. For me personally, that was pretty early
Early.
for that time. So it was mostly just what was given to me. But I'd have to say, out of the two games, I would have rather played Mario than Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Growing up, I grew up on the Super Nintendo, and the Sega Genesis was I don't know. It kind of felt a little more intimidating as a kid because it was black. The Super
Yeah.
Nintendo was more.
I did enjoy
kid friendly.
the Sega Genesis, though. I feel like more, like I said, I was pretty young, so I think it was just whatever was given to me, whatever I had somebody else with, my older brother or somebody, their games to play with or whatever. So, but I do remember doing a lot more exploring on the Sega Genesis than the
Okay,
Nintendo.
cool. Now,
But that could just be because of memory, because I would have been older.
yeah. Now, what were the game consoles that were passed down from your older brothers to you?
Well, I just mean I used to have to play their stuff. I didn't
Their
ever get
stuff.
one passed down. Yeah, maybe a Game
Yeah.
Boy that they broke or something. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And that was in the
No,
chat.
eventually it was PlayStation 2 was my whenever
Yeah, man.
yeah, loved it.
PS2 was like it was a different time, man.
Yeah. That was for
You know?
sure my first console,
Mhm.
that I got to own. Call it mine.
PS2. Yeah, Maurice
Brother
is
can't touch it.
for sure. Maurice is Atari,
Atari.
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah, right. And then
Mama flipping.
Mama Flippin says Pac-Man, LOL. Dude, my father, he's like a Mrs. Pac-Man,
Right?
like Rayman kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
he can like throw a quarter in at any time in any Mrs. Pac-Man machine, and he'll play for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Off of
I
one
want to say
quarter.
my dad also the same way, likes Mrs. Pac-Man, and I think what's the Galactica?
Yeah.
That's the one he
That's good. That's
liked a
the one where
lot.
they're like go by
Yeah,
and they're like
right.
all those different insect aliens. But Brian says he's Team Nintendo and second choice is Sony PlayStation for sure.
Right.
Team Nintendo all the way. So we have 4 of these debate club questions. So let's
All
get
right.
to the next one.
Let's do it.
Now, are you a Golden Arches kind of guy? Do you like the Whopper or the Big Mac, or are you the flame broiled
Burger
King kind of guy?
McDonald's.
Have it your way. Are you a Whopper guy or are you a Big Mac guy?
Oh, I'm for sure happy Meals all day.
Happy Meals all day. But if you had to pick both of the sandwiches.
Oh, between the sandwiches? Between the sandwiches, I actually I never really messed with the Big Mac because I don't really.
You mess with the Big Mac?
I don't care for the sauce.
You don't like that Thousand Island?
I'll choose McDonald's over Burger King more often, but if we're comparing the two burgers, I gotta say the Whopper wins on that one.
Oh, you like that flame broiled?
Yeah.
Like cooked over the open flame kind of taste. I don't think I like that too. I don't know, but sometimes that Big Mac, and you don't like the sauce, but sometimes that Thousand Island sauce.
Yeah, I'm just a double cheeseburger guy when it comes to McDonald's. But the mixture of the cheeseburger with the fries it's a better thing going on than the Burger King. I don't know though. Burger King's got them onion rings though.
Ooh, that's right.
See, that's why I'm not good for this.
So the Whopper or the Big Mac? You prefer the Whopper?
Whopper.
If you had to pick
Whopper versus Big Mac, Whopper. Doesn't mean I'm going to Burger King more than McDonald's, but
you like that quarter pound, that Royale with cheese, right?
Yeah, there we go. Royale.
Royale. That's funny. So our girl, she says, awesome sauce. You guys are great. Thanks. I wonder if sorry, I just read this comment. It's like he's obviously adopted.
Yeah.
I'm sure does Crystal like the Whopper or does she like the Big Mac?
I'm not sure. She'd probably say Big Mac.
Big Mac?
Yeah.
Big Mac is good. But you like that Royale though.
That Royale.
Yeah, that's a good one. If I had to pick, I think I would do the double quarter pounder myself.
Yeah.
So the next debate club question for you there, Jeff, is when you're little and it's summertime, it's July, and you're going to a theme park, you're going to Six Flags or whatever theme park you're going to, were you a water slide kind of guy or were you a roller coaster kind of guy?
Roller coasters all day.
All day, he said.
Taking my shirt off.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
We're all chunky, man. So
right. But
yeah.
Roller coaster, more fun.
Okay. I know there's a place close to Tennessee called Santa Claus, Indiana, and they have a theme park called Holiday World. and the
Huh.
whole theme park is separated into different holidays all throughout the park.
Yeah.
And they have all their roller coasters are wooden roller coasters, and
Oh wow.
they have water coasters, which is really cool because it's like you're like on this raft or like a mat, and you're like going
Oh
through these,
right.
and they have things to like spin you forward, like in a high
Yeah.
speed. They're
Yeah.
really fun. But man, those wooden roller coasters, man, you come out of those things like feeling
Yeah.
like you just
It's like
had
a
a
car
wreck.
wreck.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't understand it.
Not fun. It's
No,
not.
not
It's
fun
like
at
death.
all. But you would still choose roller coasters over water slides, right?
Yeah, for sure. Adrenaline junkie. I like to, go fast and hit jumps and stuff.
Okay,
So,
okay. Have you ever been bungee jumping?
no, haven't done that. I have done the hang gliding or canopy.
Oh,
What's it called? Um, yeah, not hang gliding.
like it's like attached to a boat or
On
something.
the
You're
no
like riding.
on the line. Whenever you go like from tree to
Oh,
tree,
like zip lining.
zip lining. That's what I
Okay,
meant. Zip lining.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube where it's like the person's like getting into a ride and it's almost like a slingshot or something?
Oh yeah, yeah. They shoot them way up. The
They shoot them
sling.
way
Yeah,
up,
the
but
slingshot.
have you seen the prank ones to where it's like the person that's like putting the person in it?
Uh-huh.
They're like putting it in, putting them in, and then like all of a sudden they like drop like a huge screw or
Oh
something.
yeah, they make a noise and they're like, uh-oh.
Oh, and
And
then
then
it
they
like
take
goes
off.
off. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's terrible.
I thought you were talking about the people that black out.
Oh man, I don't know.
Those,
I'm not an adrenaline junkie like you, so I can't do.
I don't know
So
if I don't know about those things.
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
So let's go to the last debate club question here,
All
Jeff.
right.
The last one: apples or oranges, my friend? Which ones do you prefer?
For me personally, I don't eat either one, so
Either one? Are
nah.
you not a
I've
fruit
always
guy?
been yeah, no. Always been like it's a texture thing. I don't eat much vegetables and stuff either.
Really?
I like make me gag.
Because of the texture of the fruit and the veggies?
Yeah, I don't know. It was something ever since I was a kid. I've tried like I love apple juice and I do like orange juice and stuff, but if I try to like eat it, I don't know. As soon as I try to bite into
It's like,
a fruit or something, yeah, yeah, it's weird. And it's
that's
something that runs in
weird.
the family. Like we have
Is that right?
my
Is that true,
niece.
family? Let us know. We're all here.
Yeah, my sister's daughter. She's got like if her sauces touch on a plate, it'll make her sick or whatever. Like ketchup touches barbecue sauce.
You're like,
Yeah,
no. Yeah,
yeah.
that's hilarious.
So weird, yeah, weird thing like
So
that.
neither. So what do you like? If you don't like vegetables, you don't like fruit because of the texture. Like, what is the day in the life of eating habits
Why do we got to bring this up?
for Jeff from Flipping Profit?
Man,
Like,
it
what do you
is
wake up, eat breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? What do you eat for
breads
dinner?
and meats. That's what it mostly and
Bread,
potatoes.
meat,
Meat and
protein,
potatoes type
meat
of
and
guy
potatoes kind of guy.
for sure. Yeah.
So it's like you wake up, you eat like a bacon biscuit or a
Yeah,
country
right.
ham biscuit,
Sausage,
something
egg,
like
and
that.
cheese, biscuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Lunches looking
funny.
like hamburgers and hot dogs.
Okay,
That's about it.
okay. And then dinner like a nice steak.
When I want to sauce it up and eat healthy, I go to have some chips and queso. That's
Some chips.
Mexican.
Oh my goodness. Crystal says it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So she knows. She knows.
Yeah,
the
she's the older
struggle.
sister, so she used to have to babysit a lot, and she could never find anything that I like to eat whenever she would have
So
to feed us.
you like pizza and stuff, right?
Oh man, love pizza. You can't mess up pizza. Like you got to go out of your way to mess up a pizza.
For sure. So like you don't like any mushrooms or
No,
green peppers,
you
black
get meat
olive,
lovers or a thin crust
meat lovers.
pepperoni.
What about pineapple?
Why are you doing that to a pizza? What's wrong with you?
I like a good pineapple pizza sometimes.
It's like sweet or something weird with it, and then the texture thing, it'll get me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be
Danny says he does not get his eating habits from me. He
done.
gets it from his daddy.
Yeah, no, that is 100% true. My yeah, when we were younger, my parents weren't always together. They are together now, but they were split up at one point, and so it was I'm my dad's only child. My sister and my brothers they have a different dad. So it used to be me and my dad home alone a lot of times, and man, that's where the hot dogs and hamburgers all the time came from.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how to make these vegetables, boys, so we're just going to eat these hamburgers.
I
and
never
hot dogs.
realized, like, when I would eat at my dad's, there was never any pressure. But eating at mom's, there's always some pressure to eat your peas or your carrots or something.
Oh, that's funny.
So stress-free
That's
at
great.
Pops.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
So we're getting down to the end, guys, and I appreciate you, Jeff, being on here. So we got the last two questions
All right.
for you here. So what are some of your goals that you want to accomplish, not just in your business, in your eBay life, in your YouTube life, but in your personal life, my friend? Like, what are some goals?
Let's see. For the eBay stuff, trying to get a guy like Lonnie from Garage Flips. Now, I need some wholesale deals. Somebody I can find stuff in bulk and not have to do as much running around with sourcing and stuff. That would be awesome. And maybe stepping on Amazon, getting that figured out. That'd be another awesome business goal. But personally, need to get my money stacked up and buy my girl a ring, apparently, and make this thing official.
That's right. That's right. I like that. How long have you been dating?
Almost 5 years now. So
I dated my wife for 5 years before we got married.
No kidding? Wow. Yeah. It's funny, when we started out, we were both, like had the same views of marriage. And recently I started thinking like she's kind of changing, or I say recently, this was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. She started talking about, marriage. And I was like, wait a minute, we used to have the same views. And then she's like, yeah, but now we're to that point where we were talking about where we know each other. And that's like the next step. And I was like, man, that's why I'm with you. You're so right. Like everything's right. All the, everything lines up. So I guess it's time. Stop being kids and buck up and start acting like adults.
Time to get one bank account, right?
Right? Yeah, that's right.
That's funny. So let's. Tandy says hamburger helper.
Oh God, the hamburger helper.
She loves. Is that a story?
She would just always make hamburger helper because it was easy for her, and everybody else loved it, but I was not a huge fan. It's not.
You like the hamburger helper?
I would eat it, but I was not like I say, it was I got an older sister and 2 older brothers, so there was 4 of us to feed. So when my mom, found something easier for her to mix up and everybody liked, I wasn't much of a complainer. So I mean, everybody else is saying, yeah, that sounds great. I'm not gonna be the brat and be like, I'm not gonna eat that. So I just tough up and eat it. But
for sure,
it was all the time, man.
Dude, I can relate to that because I'm the oldest of 2. Growing up, it's just one of those things. It's like your mother always fixes what's the easiest.
Right.
Sometimes money wasn't there to go out and eat at McDonald's.
Right.
So I grew up. I'm Mexican. I'm 100% Mexican, right? So it's beans and rice, tortillas all the time.
Yeah.
Which wasn't bad. It's like you always constantly are eating quesadillas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like the American grilled cheese is cousin to the Mexican quesadilla. It's basically the same. You know what I mean? So I can definitely relate to that. But you're making your mama cry over here.
Oh God, probably.
Nice to meet you too, Tandy. I appreciate it. But you were saying you're making mama cry now.
Yeah.
I love that. We can't wait. We can't wait to see those wedding pictures.
Right.
See you later, right? Dustin, finally in the chat. He says, "What's up, fellas?
What's up?"
And Brian says, "God bless you both on your marriage life."
I appreciate it, man.
That's so awesome. Brian is the dude right there. And Crystal says, "Oh, I live on Mexican if I could."
Right.
It's one of those things, man. It's like if you have too much of it, it's
it
gets a little weird. Like my dad, for some reason, and I'm not just like the majority of Mexican people love Chinese food. I don't know what it is. It's like anytime you go out to eat, it's like, let's go to eat Chinese. And it's like, Chinese again, I don't know where that comes from. But the last question of the day, and I appreciate you, everyone, staying on the chat with us. We're having fun. I hope that you guys are having fun with us here. And we want to get off before Chris starts his live stream, which he starts his at 7 o'clock Central Standard
Right.
Time, right on the cusp of it. So when you guys are done with this one, make sure to go to Chris's channel, Thrift BCQ. He has an awesome interview with another awesome reseller named Lot of Josh, which actually he just retired from his military job and he's doing eBay full time, which is crazy. So so you check that out for sure. But for the last question of the day, Jeff, anybody that wants to go into reselling, part-time, full-time, or just business in general, or just trying to get through their life, or anything that you've learned from experiences through motocross, eBay, like small businesses like breaking down the TVs and reselling them, and YouTube, and pressure washing, and eating hamburger helper till it's coming out your ears. What are some of the experiences that you learned, and what's some advice that you can give to people?
Probably just, do your research, of course. And when it comes to reselling, if you're new and you want to try it out, make sure, watch some videos on like some items to resell, top 10 items to resell and stuff like that. And make, kind of get a list of what you want to look for, the stuff that that interests you, that you think you can go out there and find. And then, because that's something else too, like I said in the beginning, that sometimes you see people finding certain brands and stuff, but when you go out and source, they might not be in your area. So you got to figure out what works best for you. And then let's see, what was the second part of the question? Tips on just staying. And don't, if you're new to it, there's going to be some haters. There's going to be some people that doubt what you're doing because they don't understand that there's people making a full-time living, flipping on eBay. And my best advice to that is just, don't share it with certain people that are if they're gonna be doubters or haters. And until you can really show the results and prove to anybody that like it's a legit thing, then just brush your shoulders off. Don't let that stuff really stick to you or whatever, because there's always going to be people that doubt and that just don't understand, and I don't know. Just don't let that negative space inside your world. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. So thank you so much, Jeff. I'm going to check in with the chat right quick because we got some good content on there.
No problem.
We're super proud of you, baby brother. You're doing great things. I love that support. That's support right there.
Right.
That's not
appreciate it.
And Adam says, thank you guys. Enjoy the show. I appreciate Adam for stopping by. And Sorrento says, love Chinese food. I like all kinds of food. I think I do too.
Right.
I like it all. And Tandy says, how do you say that?
Kinsley.
Jeff?
That's my niece.
Kinsley says, hey, Uncle Jeff.
Hey,
good to see you. All right. I like that. And Dustin says, General Towns for the win. Jeff is speaking the truth. And then Rocket the Man says,
Rock's the man.
Keep up with your books. Taxes are a real thing. I like that. So Jack, our brother Jack, says, good job, guys. Thank you, Jack, for stopping by and saying what's up to us. And that's it. I love it.
Appreciate it, man. Like I said, thanks for having me on.
Hey, man, anytime. I know that you're one of the real ones,
Appreciate
so we like hanging out with you and just hanging out. I love just hanging out with you, Jeff. You're one of the dudes.
Thanks,
so
man.
I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you giving all the great insight and just having the ability to come on this interview and give us a little bit more insight about your personal life and your reselling life and all that good stuff. So, man, thank you so much for stopping by.
I appreciate you being you, man.
Oh, man, thank you so much. And thanks for everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. We love you guys. We love each and every one of you that stops by our channel and gives us a like, puts a comment on our videos, and all that great stuff. Yeah, so much support. I absolutely love it. So, So, guys, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. Make sure you watch some football, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
That's right.
See y'all.
Keep flipping.
Keep flipping.